This incredible looking backdrop with an integrated CGI waterfall really puts me in the mind frame of a different world. It's actually quite reminiscent of an RPG. You really have to love it when hand-drawn animation is used to such fluid extent that these insects actually look CGI, but they're not. Wow, you gotta admit they managed to make this look stunning. Absolutely beautiful OP song. Massive credit where credit is due for drawing this amazing looking city with all of its unique buildings. This one short scene must have taken a very long time to draw. This anime is gorgeous and pleasing to my eyeballs with its beautiful and vibrant colours. I have to say I'm a huge fan of when anime takes something simple like say a classroom and then turn it into something unique, and this truly looks bloody unique. Adding 5 wins here for the really unique and appealing art style that this anime is going for. I don't think I've quite seen anything like this style before, but it's really eye-catching after a while once you get used to it. And here we have a little piece I like to call CGI used properly. Man, that music in the background fits crazy good with this beautiful world-setting scene. Very catchy ED music seems to nicely fit the tone of what the anime is going for so far. This episode we get our first look at the visual side of the OP, and just like its audio counterpart, it does a most excellent job of setting the scene and the mood of the anime with its vivid and beautiful colour palette and art style. Adding in this clever and unique twist so as to avoid the obvious question, why don't they just go all the way to the very bottom? This kid is really cute and has a great voice actor. I just loved the quick little response he gave him there. This scene nicely introduces us to all of the different levels of cave dwellers, and in addition does a most excellent job of really making this feel like a play of sorts. They actually animated it perfectly, added CGI for an additional scene setting effect, and recorded what sounds like a ton of children's voices for the audience. Great job. I think it's pretty good during this scene that she gets an honest answer from the leader about what her mother was like. He paints a pretty nasty picture of her overall, and I think the vibe of the anime might just be leaning towards being a little more dark already at this early stage. So I must admit I look forward to seeing if they're planning on continuing in this vein over the next few episodes. Here we get a ton of lovely world building elements without them being shoved in our face, such as creatures we've not seen before and more. This time around we get to see the visual side of the ED as well, which has some excellent moments in it, really building the tone the anime is going for. This anime has certainly got some talent in the voice acting department. They're all doing a tremendous job already at this point. Getting a chance to see not only how the Curse of the Abyss affects these dwellers, but also this nice, gentle and caring side of Reg's character was awesome. It's clear from his first introduction that he's going to be a good fighter, but there's a softer, more passive side to him that's uniquely interesting to me. This incredibly well drawn and detailed map looks bloody brilliant. Adding another win here for the full explanation of the different levels of the Abyss, which honestly intrigue me to a massive degree. All I want to do now is watch them set off to see what wonders lay below. This would honestly make for a great MMORPG or just an RPG. So far, this episode has been doing an awesome job of setting up character development, as I'm starting to get an adequate impression of what all of them are like personality-wise. It's also nice to see my earlier prediction of Reg's caring side come out yet again with him comforting the young lad. CGI door opening mixed with hand-drawn animation to a scary good degree.
悪かったな、昨日は。許す。なあ、俺あんなひどいこと言ったのに。いいの。仲直りしたいの。
Ah, that's a really sweet moment and speaks volumes about the kind of character she is.
岸壁街はね、盗掘してた人たちが作った場所なんだ。建増しを繰り返した町の半分はアビスに食い込んじゃってるんだ。
I absolutely love storytelling elements like this, and I'm not even entirely sure why exactly. I think it's something about the strange and unique that kind of pulls me in. Here we have people who continued building and building over the Abyss to fit in more people raiding illegally. It's the kind of thing I'd love to explore in a game and such.
リコのこと頼んだぞ。了解した。君らも達者でな。二人ともありがとう。いい知らせを待っていたまえ。それじゃあ行ってきます。
For a fantastic end to the episode, almost feeling as though it's closed up a small arc in the storyline in a neat and tidy fashion. Yup, f that, I'll be heading straight back up to the surface if that was me. Oh my god, I love seeing stuff like this. Getting to see this strange new world one level at a time is absolutely wonderful, truth be told. It's consistently interesting and perplexing and raises a lot of theories and questions already in my mind. As an example, this here definitely looks man-made, but how did it get all the way down here? For the record, please don't answer this question if it's a spoiler for people. I think I'm going to add 3 wins for this and for the excellent views we're getting to experience.
ま、最後の授業ならしょうがねえな。あいつも最後ぐらい自分で来いってんだよな。
For the introduction of this pretty awesome, if perhaps a little strange character.
そうだな。大丈夫だ。
This incredibly sweet moment was incredibly sweet.
人の領域から外れたあらゆるものに追われるのではないだろうか。
Wow.
罠あれ泣きカバネっていうの獲物が助けを呼ぶ声を真似してコロニーに誘い込むの
Jesus, that's fucking ingenious and bloody clever. Take an easy win for coming up with that little nugget. Oh, that was badass, dude. They did a fantastic job of building up that tension to the very moment it was released, and my goodness, didn't it look great with its awesome use of CGI. Adventuring montage is made even better than usual due to this lovely backing musical track. That is so fucking cool. I swear, if they ever reveal this as an MMORPG, I'll literally throw my money at the TV screen until it's mine.
助けてくれてありがとうございます。じゃあ今日はたくさんお話ししましょう。僕お師様からそうするように言われてますし。
Oh, poor girl. You can see she's really lonely down there, being the only child that's basically ever there. What the hell? Man, this anime does a blindingly great job of creating some seriously weird and wonderful looking unique creatures, I swear.
急に何を言い出すんだ。
ここの人たちはね、 あまり神様を信じないのさ。
Wow, they've done an insanely awesome job of creating one hell of a creepy woman, I guess, here? From the animation change in her art style, the darkness surrounding her, and the change in music, they've excellently crafted a villain of sorts in a very short period of time. Jesus, this has taken a really dark turn out of nowhere, and I'm loving the change of pace. When an anime can slowly adapt and change its setting and still keep the viewer hooked, it's clearly doing something very right. It's one of the reasons why I loved the first season of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because they were able to take us all around the world, always changing the setting and yet still keeping it fresh throughout. Take 3 wins for this. Fucking nice moves, my boy!
真相で2時間無力な子供を放置してみなよ。どんな風に食い散らかされるかね。
I truly love the direction they've taken this anime in. It's one of those where with great pacing it can make you feel like it's lasted way longer than it actually has. I'm currently now at the end of episode 7 and yet it feels like a long time ago since we were up on the surface and everything was fine and dandy. Now 7 episodes later and we as the viewer have experienced and taken in a great deal of information and sights that honestly make it feel like we've been along for the ride alongside them, and that for me is one of the hallmarks of a great anime. For this and for the episode in general, take a final 5 wins.
リコを死なせたいなら使ってもいいよ。
どういうことだ？
You really gotta love how amazing those headlamps look. They've even managed to make it look incredible when illuminating an object. I must say it's not really something I can actually recall having seen before, and I have no clue whatsoever on how they actually managed to do it in the first place.
あんなライザは見たかなかったよ。体力も少ない。こいつはここに置いてライザと金を抱えて登るか。
Getting to see some excellent character progression for Ozun and also being shown a side to her that I honestly didn't think would exist. A side that cares a whit for anyone else. We also saw in a montage that she had been attacked by a group as well, so that leads me to ask further questions about who did it and why they did it. Hopefully these questions won't hang in the air for the last few episodes and we'll get a solid answer before the end.
深海5層亡骸の海は人が生きて戻れる限界の深さだ。
Take note, Dragon Ball Super. This is how you should be doing your neck-cracking sound effects.
仙道教選ばれし枠な神秘教神秘のスラージョ黎明教新しきボンドルド。
Getting to see new and likely very powerful dwellers, all of whom have been gifted a name and are thus some of the best of the best. This continues to widen the storyline and hopefully allows for us to meet some really unique people very soon.
一体奈落の底でライザと共に待ってるものは何だろうね。
I don't know what, but I can't wait to find out!
僕、今日が一番悲しいです。
This scene and the beautiful and lovely music that accompanies it is easily worth 2 wins, I think. I'm giving a final 2 wins here for this brilliant scene where we got to learn so much more about why Rico's mother went back down into the abyss. It certainly doesn't answer all of the questions, but it does put a few that I had to rest at last. The way the music fit with the scene and how the art style was handled was masterful and truly beautiful as well.
ここは遺跡なのか？
レグ、これ船の一部だよ。ずっと昔の。
Oh my fucking word, I absolutely love these kinds of things, and it adds yet more genuine and interesting questions as to how on earth that could have possibly gotten down there, and how long has it been there for, and a whole bunch more questions. I've said it a lot in the first half, but I'll say it again. If this was an MMORPG, I would play the shit out of it.
今だ！
This CGI usage is perfect for his insanely powerful weapon. It just looks absolutely brilliant whenever he uses it, and it's some of the best CGI I think I've seen in an anime to date.
レグが一緒じゃなきゃ嫌だ！
「 A great bit of character building here, showing just how far Riko's and Reg's relationship has come since the start of episode 1. We've been able to witness them go through so much together over the last 9 episodes, and it was really sweet to get some confirmation as to her feelings towards Reg here. Oh Jesus, that was bloody insanely awesome! Reg seems to have picked up a few new skills during his little doze off just now and has returned quite the badass. Once again, another gorgeous and unique setting for the next layer.
どうしたのレグ
Holy shit, they just masterfully managed to raise the tension in this scene simply by having all of the steam make whatever is there barely visible. That was fantastically well done.
レグ毒が何か縛るもの
That was superbly done, how it kind of hits you out of nowhere with you truly not expecting that to happen. That was straight up fucking awesome.
大丈夫だよ
Okay, so I can't show this on YouTube as they'd likely hit me with demonetization straight away, but this was a pretty creepy and sick scene, seeing all of the blood running out of her eyes and ears and mouth like that. It's really bringing into focus just how dangerous the Curse of the Abyss can be when taken lightly. It's also adding yet another layer of darkness onto an anime which had started off with such a happy-go-lucky kind of feeling about it.
怖いよ
Again, I can't show the exact bit I want to due to what I just mentioned, but I wanted to state just how unbelievably fantastic her voice actress is during this scene. She performed brilliantly, and personally it feels like I can honestly feel her pain. Considering this is all done in a studio, it's an example of why, for me at least, I feel the Japanese dub is almost always superior to other dubs, as they tend to be able to convey so much feeling through their words. I'm giving 5 wins for this actually.
言っとくけど完全に元通りにはできねえぞって聞いてねえし
The introduction at long last of this character we've seen in the ED all of this time. They seem to be quite an interesting character, so it'd be great to get some character building with them over the next episode. This is so damn beautifully designed.
こいつはあの状況になってもまだ冒険を諦めてはいなかったんだよ
This speaks volumes as to her tenacity in that she asked for her arm to be cut in such a way that she could still continue to press on after the hand was removed. Even though she was in so much pain, she was still thinking about stuff like that.
そう深海6層の呪いで生き残るとこうなるんだ人格も知性も消え失せる
Wow, talk about getting even darker than it had previously descended to. This is just crazy creepy now, and it shows that these two probably haven't fully yet understood exactly what they're getting themselves into and what the price they'll have to pay will end up being.
不屈の花とこしえ校か
This anime really has done a brilliant job of creating some absolutely stunning and gorgeous set pieces. It's been the case throughout, of seeing one right after another, and it's so vivid and colourful and pleasing to the eyes, it's insane.
突き抜けちまうと症状が一気に出る手の先とかならほぼ影響ねえけど 頭とか胸とか。
Finally getting our first real understanding of how the Curse of the Abyss works and how and why it affects people differently under different circumstances. I think it's really clever that they actually gave a lot of thought into how the curse works rather than just making it as simple as if you go down you get affected more and more.
ほれ、こんな感じだな。まるで獲物を捕らえる罠さ。
Getting to see what is admittedly a very cute illustration that also makes a lot of sense of how the curse affects you less going down rather than going up. I absolutely adore this reaction to his secret attack.
ミティを殺してくれ。
Oh man, that's incredibly sad and likely to get even worse still. At last it looks like we're about to get a really solid helping of character building and backstory for this new character. Wherever she is, it seems to be a pretty horrid place, and it honestly doesn't remind me of anywhere in the city above that we've seen thus far, so it's intriguing me to a large degree.
私ミティ、未来の白笛だよ。ねえ君は。
ナナッチだ。
Oh man, I had a bloody feeling about that. What the hell happened to her to cause her to turn the way she did into that thing? From the looks of things, this episode is going to cover a lot of the questions I've had up until this point.
だから私が人間じゃなくなっちゃったら、お願い、またナナッチのところに魂が帰るように。ミティ！
This anime has gotten progressively more and more dark as the episodes have ticked on by. Now we get to this stage that has really shocked me. I'm shocked because Mitty was just a normal girl and she was cruelly turned into a monster. It's so incredibly sad and so fantastically written, acted and animated that I think it's easily deserving of 10 full wins. For obvious reasons I cannot show what has happened to Mitty on YouTube, but my word, it was really sick and disturbing. It's hit me really hard, to be honest. Especially her saying, no, in fact, pleading to be killed. It was just horrible, to be honest. I think for how this has made me feel inside, it's deserving of 5 more wins, and I have a feeling there'll be a lot more to come before the end is here. Again, same as before, I can't show this, but I'm honestly struggling to watch this. Not because it's bad in any way, but purely because it's so raw in how disturbing it is. This was her friend, her only friend in life, and someone she held dear to herself. Now she's been turned into a monster and basically tortured for God knows how long by these evil f***s. More than once now, I've been shocked and taken aback by the horrors this episode has inflicted on these poor children, and Mitty in particular. Once again though, for bringing up these feelings, the anime must be rewarded in my eyes, so I'm adding a massive 10 wins here again for this.
わかったよ。約束する。
なら僕に任せろ。ありったけの思いで送り出してやる。
This is so damn sad. I'd be a liar if I said I didn't shed a few tears at this scene. As you guys can probably tell from the lead up to this moment and how I've been reacting to these scenes, this hit me like a ton of bricks. I think this moment is in serious need of a bunch of wins for a variety of reasons that I'll now list. The voice acting was, simply put, fucking superb. The animation and CGI went together beautifully. The storyline was heartfelt and gut-wrenching, and how the whole event went down was beautiful and full of absolute sorrow. These are the kinds of moments that I personally will not forget long after the anime is finished and the years go on by. For all of the above, I'm awarding 15 wins.
お母さんが待ってるの。
This was really sweet, and it's nice to know she's going to come along with them on their journey as well, since she's a very good character in this anime in my honest opinion. Wow, so I have finally finished this amazing series, which is so far one of the best I've seen of 2017 easily. It's also got one of the best endings I've seen in a long time, where we're given an excellent montage of the trio preparing for their long trip further down into the abyss. It wasn't rushed and dealt with haphazardly, but instead it's like they took their time thinking of exactly what the three of them would need and then animating it excellently to give it a real sense of conclusion and realism. Finally, we get to see an amazing sequence where the mail balloon is sent all the way back up, and we see all of the places they pass through on their incredibly difficult journey over the past 13 episodes. Lastly, we get some awesome foreshadowing of someone who is likely to become the main antagonist of the second season. This anime is one of my favourites, not only because of its voice actors, unique story, beautiful animation and so on, but because of its mysteries. I have a ton of questions that will weigh on my mind now until the second season arrives, and I personally cannot wait. If you enjoyed this video, please as always be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought of the anime itself and the video of course, and as always I'll see you in 2 weeks time for the next video, and to wrap this one up I'll add a final 10 wins. Thanks for watching. First of all, ladies and gents, I just want to say, look at how gorgeous in general, in even a scene such as this, that this anime is. They go next level with the environments and weather effects. It's stunning! Also, let me take this opportunity to let everyone know that I have covered the first season of this on both channels as well. You should also subscribe to ensure you don't miss out on all the good stuff coming soon, and please remember to have a say in what's covered. You can join my Patreon, linked below, and also for every $1 you pledge, you get an exclusive video. There's the old JoJo anime I've done, the Netflix season of 7 Deadly Sins, Angel Beats, and a bunch more, so check that out. Okay, so already a couple wins right off the bat. Firstly, the animation is beautiful. I honestly forgot just how smooth it is. It's truly next level. The other win is for the environments at large. It's so incredibly unique for an anime to feature such vivid and varied locations, and it makes the story so much more compelling and original.
タンクツ化の地図ってなんでゴーアバウトなんだよ。洞窟を防ぐためなんだって。
Damn man, talking about unique looking environments and then they smash our eyeballs with this goodness.
オーゼンとライザの風習だな。大丈夫だナナチ。リコを信じて進もう。
キルワ
ー。いいぜ。隊長の意見は尊重しないとな。
Talking about voice actors, this anime features some outstanding ones across the board. They do a great job of capturing the feel of the story, emotionally punching lines where needed, and of course we'll highlight these as we go along. Nice touch actually adding motion to these flowers. Most anime I feel would have positioned her behind them and kept them stationary.
どうしたナナチ。
そいつはアンブラハンズ、黎明教ボンドルドのタンクツ隊だ。
I struggle to express just how excited I get learning about new things in this story. I think it's the mere fact that it's humans travelling down into this pit plagued by sickness as it affects everyone differently, and then you come to understand that there are groups capable of extraordinary feats, and it's thrilling to me as the world and its lore continues to expand.
今一度言う、ここは禁域だ。ケムクジャラの友人たちにも伝えろ。
どうして？
レグ、余計なことは言うな。
Oh, it's so incredibly intriguing to me, it hurts!
リコ、お前何を？あった！ナナチ、これ。
It's such a simple movement within the anime, but animating the turning of these pages like this must have taken a great amount of time and effort to make so perfect.
都合の良い生き絵に仕立て上げる。他にもおびただしい数の原生生物が生き絵にされている。
Sadly, I cannot show it on YouTube, but goodness me, man, there's a guy with no skin on his face, no eyes in his head, saying "who" over and over as the bugs that have infested the area poke out from within his skin, and I'm instantly reminded just how dark this anime actually is as we understand the person is still alive and they're slowly eating him.
この生物はクオンガタリと呼ばれている。6層から来た本来ここにいるはずのないものだ。
gaining the understanding that organisms which come from a specific floor can make their way to other floors. Yet more tasty lore, and I'm not even slightly full yet.
友人のところへ戻る。黎明鏡は君たちの到着を心待ちにしている。
Oh my god, that's so cool! There must be another base down there! It's not a drill! It must be another base! Oh my god! Oh, I love insanely detailed maps like this one, and I can't take much more intensity! Let's also go ahead and drop one here for the music. It's lovely and just fits the style and story of the anime perfectly to my ears. Yet another new and unique environment to that! Well, that's incredibly gross, but it's also an incredible example of an incredibly unique looking animal that can be found in this particular layer. Incredible!
食えるのかこれ。うん、毒はないって。
正直勇気がいるな。
Her reaction back there is so seriously cute while also being absolutely true to real life and how I feel watching this right now. I mean, for real, could they have made it look any more disgusting? I've already mentioned voice actors, but I swear this instance deserves its own win. It's so kawaii!
ねえナナチ、もう一匹はお鍋にしよっか。まあリコ、オイラにも作り方教えてくれよ。うん、一緒に作ろう。
Character building as the crew begins to develop a tighter bond together. Also, if you know this channel and you know me, you'll already know that I always drop a win for moments like this, where we get away from the dreary doom and gloom for but a moment of respite by the fire as they relax a little and talk. I've always loved that.
オイラがうめえもん作れるようになっときゃ、もしもミーティーに次会えた時にさ、食わせてやれるかもしれねえだろ。
Actually giving her a reason to want to become better at cooking food rather than because it was in the script.
ナナチ、君はなんていいやつ。どさくさに紛れて触ってんじゃねえ。
Oh, it's so wholesome, it physically hurts. Ow!
オイラがずっと望んでた地の底の冒険だ。本当に楽しいな。
Lovely little side piece of slowly roasted lore with a light sprinkling of incredible excitement at the understanding that there's a freaking forward operating base down there.
あれはな、何千年も前に採取場だった遺跡を利用してるんだ。中央に塔があるだろ。あれが深海6層へのラストダイブ行きの装置だ。
While on the note of lore, it's also so incredibly intriguing knowing that there was people down there over 1,000 years ago, hence all of the relics and stuff. I can't actually wait to find out more about this world once again. Come on, Season 2!
あんたらがパパの客？ずいぶんちっこいじゃない。
Introducing a new character to us, which, if I recall in this anime, is very rare, since this is a mostly lonely journey, essentially. Emergency Papa is that bad guy I remember a lot of from Season 1 related plot twist of genuine concern and worry!
そうそう、先日あの子の肉電球が消えていたのです。おめでとう、ナナチ。ようやく解放されたのですね。
Oh man, that's truly awful, since obviously he's speaking about her best friend who went through that horrible experiment and had to live that life. Oh, the sadness is rushing back!
たとえ親子であっても命の門が異なっては音色は出ません。
ハボさん言ってた。オーゼーさんも。
そいつは他の笛と違って本人しか使えないんだ。
その白笛は鍵さ。
Expertly linking in these previous events into this scene rather than dumping loads of exposition and or lengthy flashback sequences which take us out of the moment.
トイレここ。落ちたら死ぬから気をつけるのよ。あの階段は登っちゃダメ。 上昇負荷がかかるから。
Casually world building to an amazing degree, pointing out how the toilet links outside, so naturally you'll fall to your demise, and how going up the stairs would cause you to be hit by the strain.
模様の意味は使用不能までの回数だ。例外なくな。
だが減っても僕は元気なままじゃないか。
The painful notion that the more Reg uses his body and especially his abilities, the faster he may be to ultimately ending his own life.
やはりあなたは、あなたたちはアビスの脅威が生んだ奇跡なのです。
Oh, also Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, and Griffith from Berserk, and I suppose I should now also mention, since I'm a fan, the Wizard King from Black Clover. Rather than just having her awaken, in spite of being so insanely tired, they have her get up needing to pee, and let's face it, that's very much true to real life. Man, that's terrifying, and they show it in just about the best of ways in how she spits out internal body juices and what looks like a broken tooth. This is nuts!
そうだ、しゃがまなきゃ。でもあれ、どっちが地面？
Just when I thought they demonstrated the strain in the best way possible, they go one step further, showing this entire scene where you utterly lose yourself. Like, it's crazy that that happens heading up like that.
メイリャ、起きて。
Super Toad's cute animal is Super Toad's cute!
そう、鼻の奥で匂い嗅いで。リコは初めてだから目を閉じたまま集中して。見える。ゆっくりあれを目指すのよ。
It's so awesome to introduce an element into this anime which allows a human to make use of an animal such as this in order to safely advance upwards in spite of the strain.
そんで、あいつらが6層に行くのよ。
それは申し訳ないことをしました。あの少年方は前例のない個体でしたゆえ。
Oh god.
ダメだ。金属では歯が立たない。
光をつかもう。
くそ、なんだ、何をしている。
Damn, man. They know just how to visualize stuff to really make it incredibly creepy and alarming to watch. I'll refrain from describing the situation, but it's not nice.
解剖部からの流動体も十分量だ。次は腹が見たい。見たい。足も一つ欲しい。
I'm not even gonna lie, I've seen a lot of messed up anime along my journey to provide content for you all. I've seen horrible stuff happen to Griffith in the original Berserk. I've seen stuff like Corpse Party, although I found that quite tame, but this is something else. To use friendly language, they removed a limber from the upper body and then drained some whiz, and it's beyond disgusting. Dear Lord, thank goodness she turned up in time. I can't take much more.
ここに入ってはいけない。今日にそう言われませんでしたか。さあ、こちらへ。こちらへ。さあ、こちらへ。
Are they actually threatening her now as well? This anime continues to take amazing twists and turns that I could never have predicted.
リコ、一度外に退避するぞ。奴らは鼻からこうするつもりだったんだ。でも、レグの腕がまだ中に。必ず取り戻す。必ずだ。
Character growth and bonding among the team brought on by this horrible turn of events, demonstrating the lack of humanity that those who have delved below seem to have, because they certainly didn't seem human anymore in any way.
ナナチ、そんなにすねないでください。
そいつは無理だ。てめえらは返さねえ。
Plot twist!
小頭のコロニーだ。
Once again, gonna avoid showing it because oh my god! But basically they've awoken a bunch of creatures and those creatures tore apart his entire team in glorious fashion!
あいつは怪物だ。
Now this is a true antagonist. He's able to go toe-to-toe with such fearsome creatures and annihilate them with the tools of his expert trade.
まだまだだ。
the plan seems to be going really well, but I have a horrible feeling. I mean, we're not even halfway through the movie yet, but so far so great.
よくもミーティをナナチをそんなに実験が好きならお前自身で味わい尽くしてみろ
That was outstanding! They can take a rare maximum 2 wins right here for that battle. It was a thing of utter beauty, and it was all done via a well thought out plan. No random ex machinas or anything of the sort, and they won because of that plan. Also, using various elements of the Abyss to their advantage was fantastic too.
その笛を吹かせて僕らは先へそうなんだ
Super touching moment as I assume Reg feels horrible about what he was forced to do to protect himself and his friends from this monster, but I'm betting he never wanted to hurt anyone if he could have avoided it.
お願いパパひどいよ
Then there's this other side of the equation as a young girl loses her father, one of the only figures in her lonely life down there. What the? What? He just took the helmet off and we saw a lot of stuff inside of it. Ew! And then he puts it on and becomes him. What the heck?
けなげで可愛らしい君たちもぜひ欲しい
This is awful, just awful now, and what's going to happen next?
共に夜明けを見ましょう
一緒がいい
Again, not showing it, but he's doing something terrible to his daughter, marking her up for things to be removed, and he's just a heartless monster. One of the worst villains I've ever seen in any anime, I think, actually. Expertly reminding the viewer of the current leftover mysteries of this anime, many of which I myself cannot wait to find out more about.
白笛も今は6層に降りるために欲しいだけな気がしてて
Being nice to animals is always a win.
ゾアホリック何ゾアホリック精神霊属機意識を人に植え付けて自分自身を増やす異物
I swear relics in this anime are such an interesting element because you can have pretty much everything up to and including a device which transfers consciousness like he did.
さすがナナチブレインだねまあ
I tell you, after all of the pain and sorrow we've seen so far, I really need moments like these to pick myself back up and make myself smile again.
何発叩き込めるかが勝負になるそれに大丈夫だ僕は君のことを忘れたりなんかしない
レグは単独で動力部に潜入オイラとリコは時間稼ぎだ引き込まれる心配はねえが
太陽玉
This place is so freaking terrifying! Even just in the water near this base, you can't take a swim without a giant monster coming out of the darkness trying to eat you! Ah! Plot twist! Again!
どこへ
まあ覗き見もこう暗くちゃどうにもできめえ
It's so adorable that she's like floofing her fluff while in the darkness to like calm herself down or something.
メイニャリコメイニャがついてきてって言ってる気がする
They do an awesome job here of mixing hand-drawn animation with CGI and they blend together perfectly.
徹底的に削いで小さくなったものをもう一度肉と皮で包んで骨代わりのこの箱に詰めるんだ薬で恍惚と恐怖を操作されて
The explanation of what they do to create things like Mitty.
アビスへの憧れに満ちた目をよいてえいてえってうめく顎をよ丁寧に取り除いて捨てていくんだ何にも見えないふりしてよこの手で何人も
Oh man. They got me going for the first time with this powerful vocal performance knowing what they did to those children.
ここはその準備儀式を執り行う場所でもあったのですよ供物は誰でも良いわけではありません
Yet more super tasty lore, and I think I've got room for just a little bit more as we learn about what this site originally was, how the White Whistles themselves are created and what out of, and more! heck yes, although I'm pretty sure it definitely won't go smoothly from here since our boy seemed odd once he charged himself up, but for right now, heck yes, take that win! Art style change!
これはご機嫌ですね。
If one thing was ever so slightly rare in the first season, it was fights like this, other than the one they had versus that tall lady all in black who ended up actually being good, but here they're really making up for that with this gorgeous looking battle.
Gangway. スパラグモス。
I'll be completely honest, when I gave the previous win, never did I think we'd be treated to an awesome looking CGI and hand-drawn spectacle attack like that, and then like that!
なんと素晴らしい。その体、ぜひ欲しい。
Well, that absolutely proves it now. Dude is definitely not a human or anything close to it anymore other than his shape. Ew! To use his favourite word, that was subarashi. Reg is back to normal, everyone. We can relax. He's back. Yay! This movie is so good.
ご同伴願います。どうぞこちらへ。
Ah, no, that's great. You know, just when I think things were calming down, this happens. Okay, let's go. My God, they're doing another fight? This is so smooth and artistically well done, with the different views and angles really making each attack feel powerful and different. Even him just briefly using this weapon was subarashi!
レシーマが終わってしまいました。心優しい傑作の一つでした。
I wish I understood a little bit more about how exactly these humans are being used in these ways in order to prevent the curse setting in when going up like this so quickly, but regardless, that's a disgusting but insanely clever addition to the anime. Once again, if you know me and you know this channel, you'll know I love what I refer to as one-shots, where it appears as though the camera never cuts away from the scene, and that's exactly what we got here, and it was amazing. Jesus. And the little guy's trying to pick her up. I don't know. Take her to safety or something. Jesus.
おいで。いかがですか、グエイラ。ずっとこんな調子っすわ。
This is incredibly hard to watch. Well played for making me feel like this.
ねえにゃ、何でも見えちゃう目で見ててね。私の冒険。
Getting to see her adventures and growing up as a child just made this all the more heartbreaking, and I love the anime for it, since that's what will stay in my mind for the long haul.
Rico! 今だ！私ね。リコ たちと仲直り。
Once again, no ex machina type of moment, instead they planned for this and it was set out about 30 minutes ago when she went to find his arm and everything else occurred. That's just simply brilliant.
ナナチ、さあ顔を上げて、どうか君たちの旅路に溢れんばかりの呪いと祝福を。
It's like how cruel and terrible he is. To him, she was like his daughter more than anything else. The one person he's actually kind to in words and in actions.
ブルシカなの？マジか。こいつは。
Such a nice twist. She managed to use her own essence to turn into a whistle for her. Also nice to know that she won't be forgotten about and instead can join them for an adventure and a journey, even though she's really gone, I suppose. I wonder if he will ever come back into the story in the future or whether his part is now finished, given how he stated their continuing to travel below is what will drive him now. Regardless, keeping him around was probably the right move for the anime in general.
ほら早く。私たちの冒険を始めるのよ。
Also, keeping that cute little thing along with them was brilliant, especially since it was so very attached to the girl that it probably wouldn't want to leave her side now anyway, given how she's got the whistle made of her desire, friendship and love for her. Take one here for this powerful song and the calming visuals as they travel down further into the abyss.
まあ大体の場所はわかるよ。俺が連れてってやる。
ありがとうございます。
Also, even though it's a simple side story as it were, it's genuinely great getting to once again see the sunlight and the buildings up above where things are still normal. It's been so long. Now that was an outstanding movie, so utterly brilliant and a clear 10 out of 10 for me. I'm going to drop a final win on it right here too for the final story at the end involving the young girl and her father and an airship and how she ended up with the tall lady, but this movie in general will stay with me for a very long time, I think. Kicking off episode 1 with some dark imagery, one of the many reasons this anime resonates with me.
ある凪の日、沖合まで漁に出た時に 洋上で煙を上げる船を見つけたそうだ。
Also, take one right off the bat for the official soundtrack. It's one of my favourites as it fits the vibe so well. Using this as a great setup for the second season and reintroducing the anime's fantastic mystery elements to the viewer.
誰も私を知る者がいない場所へ。
Being nice to animals is always a win. Also, being nice to me is always a win. You guys and gals have helped immensely during September to help return my channel to a much better state. You did that! So thank you all so much who pledged on Patreon, who liked my videos and commented and shared, and watched as much of them as possible. Please keep at it. Thank you.
いなくなってもなお響くあの声が消えてくれる場所へ。
It's painful and it's awful to see, but the anime gets a win for realism. Far too often characters are made of stone. This one gets it real, in more ways than one.
隊長のワズキャンは今日も船底から虫を捕まえてそのまま食ってる。
I struggle to express just how interesting I find this entire story. Just the idea of travelling down and then you find places like this, places that affect your body and other things in varying ways. I adore it. It's a small win, but the wind's just doing its thing, rather than waiting for a poignant statement.
エロフ。
軽薄なわけではない。分かっていると思うが。
Opera from Arima-kun and Henry from Black Clover.
なんだ。
Not running on the spot.
誰先に降りたい者はいるか。
Taking the time and effort to animate each and every one of these unique characters. I'm such a fan of the backgrounds, rich and vibrant, and the character design.
これが大穴か。どう？
I love it when anime and or the author go the extra mile to ensure there's a difference in language rather than everyone speaking the same one right away.
キー本当にこんなところに住んでる人
And I said it before and I'll say it again, this is more amazing to me due to my love of video games. I know they've created a game, but it's lackluster. A solid open world RPG would be sick.
赤子不可能子供を産めぬ体ゆえ大穴へ追放される
そんな
どうするワズキャン
道案内に困ってたんだ心強いよ
Using events like these to build the story and characters of the three sages. It's been wind before, but I am such a fan of that element to the story. I just find it so incredibly clever. It's probably one of the most inventive small parts of any anime I've seen. Oh, just look at those set designs! That transition from the days of old to now the modern day and back with our trio of heroes.
おいらもうちょっとだけお前らと先に進めることを素直に喜んでいてんだよ。ナナチ。
It's been years since I first started season 1, but this statement from her made me very happy.
リコ、ナナチ、あれを。
This anime is so creative!
私も実は耐えられそうにありません。
小便か？
両方静かな分よく聞こえるな。
I swear it's one of the first serious anime I've ever seen actually talk about something like this.
そして二度とそこから戻れなかった。
Wonderful end to the episode with sights previously unseen and a powerful notion of no return. Also have one for the ED being done slightly different with a funky sounding song. Goodness me, I don't think I've ever seen an anime so fraught with danger all the time!
見て、こっちは建物と混じってる。はあ、何ここ。どうやってできたんだろう。
As a lover of all things history in real life and a lover of lore in anime and games, this is me right now. This is exactly the kind of OP that gets 2 max wins. It's got a brilliant song with such a great vibe to it, and the visuals are spectacular. So many frames mixed into each moment, emotional scenes on display, battles and first-person shots. It's so creative. Clearly it took them an enormous amount of time to create.
指示は頼んだぜ隊長。隊長。レグ、怪我の具合どうだ？後ろ頼めるか？
Straight up lovely seeing the three of them like this now, such a strong unit and team, forged closer by the horrific events they've been through and come out the other end of together. This anime, man. I'm in awe oftentimes. Wow. Out of nowhere, unexpected plot twist.
おめえマジか？行くのかおい？なんだよ？何がだよ？リコ、おいらそれやだよ。
Oh, how I missed her reactions. This kind of scene is another of my favourite parts of the story at large. It's the exploration and adventure factor, discovering new places and foods for themselves. It also allows for downtime from the horror.
ノット。シギ、キウイ。リーダー。
A clever way to remind the viewer of past characters whom I had admittedly forgotten about.
牛と鳥よけのヒガ油も完璧。この重さまでかな。
Nicely using a quick explanation regarding the oil to cover any plot hole about how it gets back untouched. They can have another one for the follow-up, not pretending that the oil just makes it a 100% chance of success in getting to the top, explaining why many don't make it up there, which is logical.
信じようぜ。前のは届いた。あれも必ず届くって。
Check out Made in Abyss just effortlessly serving up a tasty bit of mystery out of nowhere. It's so dumb, but that one really got me. I'm so impressed by the weird creativity of the author to come up with something taking their hair, then sewing it up inside of an animal. That's crazy creepy. As an aside, oh how I'd love to know who built all of this, how and why. Very few anime ever intrigue me as much as this one does. Just after writing the previous one, we're given this site and I'm left pondering this world, its creatures and how impossible it seems at face value. So cute! Notice the very slight change in music, perfectly altering the vibe to become creepy, almost sounding as though there's chattering. Nicely done. Not much to say here as it's obviously a very simple ED, but a decent song, that's for sure, and thus well worthy of a win. I do like these little intros to the episode, makes me think of a video game and a new level from the 1990s. I can't believe the effort they put into scenes like this from a distance. So many would go an easier route. Prime example of their new teamwork, but also realistic teamwork, keeping each other in the loop to ensure defense in the face of an attack. This anime is so freaking creative! Just like with the music of Win number 42, the same change to the creepy is created here so easily by the animators via the simple use of animation. For example, the darkness on the face around the glowing eyes, and of course the things being said. They're so good at this, it's not even funny. Genuinely got really angry here, but not in a detrimental way to the anime, just because I hated seeing the little guy getting hurt. Whew, well done for sparking feelings like that! Made in Abyss is really weird sometimes. It ate up the thing. Wow!
お宿を借りたいんですけど、私とレグ、ナナチ、あとメイニャ。おお、これがお宿。
I challenge anyone to tell me this isn't like an RPG. It's like Final Fantasy VIII or something.
待って。この騒ぎで動けないリコとメイニャを残すのは不安だ。何かあったら通信機で知らせる。油断するなよ。判断に迷ったら必ず引き返せ。
Great follow-up example to the previously mentioned teamwork wins. Another new and interesting looking character, Ada! Allowing us a view of their first interactions upon arrival, understanding where they likely learnt the language from to now speak it to our trio, and also, as always, this anime is nuts! I just find it awesome when they demonstrate skills and abilities such as this from non-monsters. Them you expect all kinds of weird and wonderful dizzle from, but not her. And then as if that wasn't good enough already, we get a dash of mystery sauce added. He knows her! personal win, but this big dude just smacks of Big Daddies from Bioshock. Loved that first game and the third. Can't win it every time, but they really nail the music. Fits so damn well. Hawk from Seven Deadly Sins, and whilst it went off the rails after season 2, Hawk is a great character with a great voice actress all the same. So yeah, I get it, but that song, that gets its own win from season 1, brings back memories. Gorgeous scenery and an equally gorgeously developing plot. Putting so much effort into the village and this paperwork, it legit looks like someone wrote her out a small map or set of directions or both. Just so much effort poured into it. Few anime out there in the world can make me feel as nervous as quickly as this one can. I got really angry really quick again, and then this happened, and I waited really angrily to find out if I could calm down, and ultimately I could. Not sure that's ever happened to me before twice. To make me go from feeling fury in my bones to feeling like damn crying within like 90 seconds? Hats off to them, man. It hurt like it wants to express itself but can't. Man. Back-to-back stunning looking scenes with lovingly hand-drawn characters. This is such a good moment to win in reference to my previous win about experiencing new things and foods and how it's like an adventure. This is so interesting, man. He's from the past. I'm geeking out over the story. What on earth is going on? Take a shock twin. Seeing him in danger properly for one of the first times ever, especially seeing how it managed to chip his arm during an attack. Learning that the weird hair inside the animal's deal was to keep bigger beasts away, and most importantly, I just really dig this giant dude. Protecting him like that up high, metal claw over the top. I'm weird, that's just something that hit me as being friggin' awesome right away. The lore is so thick and juicy in this one. It's my favourite flavour, genuinely interesting flavour. You get the gist. That right there is just a plain old, cleverly added nice little touch. Taking the language aspect of these people this seriously is wonderful to see. Not just brushed off, but instead a deep dive done into it full of detail. I'm really enjoying how the story is branching out right now, with all three of our heroes in different locations doing entirely different things. You know, thinking about it, it would be remiss of me not to win how great she is as a character and how kind-hearted she is. Given that she's forgiven Ma for the prior horrible thing and has been actively supporting it through these tunnels whilst it's scared and so on. It's very sweet and says a lot about her. Finally getting our first proper instance of a character of old and new meeting. Properly, I mean, unlike the quick exchange of hellos at the restaurant before.
欲にくらんで人以上のものになりたくて。
And that right there tells you everything you need to know about what kind of a lovely soul she has. This character design. Hand drawing everyone in this scene.
ベラ君にとってはいつものキツミーティング。でも
This makes me very sad. Mitty has had just about one of the worst existences of all time. Never had any luck. It's rough to see.
両目か両足か臓腑の半分か。
Made in Abyss can just be frighteningly rough.
なるべく痛くないようにしてくれるなら。
ダメ。何取られても終わり。
A fantastic example of one of these residents able to think for someone other than themselves, especially an outsider of the village. This anime can be so damn weird, man! What's going on all of a sudden? I really must say the animation is so good. They really did start right where they left off years ago. It's truly movie quality all the time. Who came up with this? They're a madman! Lock them up! Actually, you know what? The animation is so good that's getting 2 max wins. It's insane how much detail went into that sequence.
ムーギーさんこそ今めちゃくちゃ危ないですよ。
わちだけじゃねえさ。市場はわちらの宝物だ。
Great time to mention a win that just occurred to me, and it's how it feels really good to have a somewhat safe zone for them. Everything from like episode 2 has been full pelt, everything trying to eat them and so on. And it's been nice that they've had a place to chill, although even that hasn't been entirely safe.
リコに知らせなきゃ。
カジャも紙一房もらった。価値あれば早体で無茶もできる。
Such an awesomely unexpected twist for her to start working with them to safeguard their town. Also though, I'm always a fan of changes like this. In this case to her hair, just shows the character can change and adapt as time goes on, rather than cartoons where it's nearly always the same. Now that is how you do CGI right. That was absolutely sick! She did a fantastic job! That was amazing! Never did I expect a scene like that to happen out of nowhere! Emergency plot twist! Oh no!
私を呼んで。
リコ、次の指示を頼む。レゴ。君とプルシカが呼んだとすぐ分かった。すごいな。
Easiest max 2 wins of the entire anime to date. So happy Reg came along and saved them via the help of the recently improved whistle. Such an emotional scene. Even found myself fearing for Ma, which was unreal. Well done. Yeah, go on, take one more win here for that, even if just for the animation goodness. They won!
あれがきっと君が言っていた黄金鏡の本当の住人なんだ。あいつまだあんなに怖がることできたんだね。
Last minute extra dash of mystery spice added to this delicious dish as we learn that one of the founders fears Reg. As far as pacing is concerned, the studio is absolutely nailing it with the look to the past and the present. Oh, it's so interesting! I really want to learn more about everything that came before them, and I'm sure I will! What's a great time to do this? It's almost like everything up till now has been a prologue.
祭壇は上り、数時間するとまた降りてきた。
Also, don't take one more here, as always, for foregoing the OP in order to give us yet more juicy extra content. Whew, I almost ran out of oxygen. I find myself consistently impressed with the detail on those who came before. It could have been rushed, but instead it's full of character and personalities.
でもイルミアイ、子供できない体入れたの。
That's some grade A quality voice acting right there. So much feeling and emotion in one sentence. Ah, totes and daubs! Such a beautiful moment in general, but also for character building, as she wanted to be better than those who came before her, better than she was treated in this instance.
水場の洗い出しができたぞ。 呪いがかかる可能性が低い。水平位置にある水場が。
It is so incredibly clever to have taken the curse into account when detailing their search for water.
うち2つの大きな水場は恐るべき生物たちの縄張りでもある。
Also, it's equally incredibly clever to take the local fauna and environmental effects into account.
お母さんの代わりにはならないけど。代わりとかじゃない。末子がいい。
Absolutely insane amounts of world building packed into this episode, delicately ran through with great attention to detail, and then, as if that wasn't enough already, character building is also injected throughout.
看病に水がいる。これ、伝染の可能性もある。
ベールエルコ、あとは頼んだぞ。
Can't risk showing it, but everyone's suffering from the shivers and soiling themselves. Things can turn very dark very quickly in Made in Abyss, and they don't shy away from showing any of it, and I like that realism.
ウエコ、今度は何？
Being able to witness the first people to slowly begin changing into the beings we now know.
違う、どの願いでもないそれは欲望の摇籃。君たち風に言うと願いを叶える卵だ。
Just when I think I about understand everything this world has to offer, they go and throw this at me, adding great confusion. But the best thing they do is throwing it gradually, bit by bit, at a nice pace.
必ず我々の救いになる。
Just a flat out, plainly good looking and impactful scene. Few anime I've seen have produced scenes as well done and as meaningful, as desperate as these past few minutes have been. Slowly seeing everyone turn sick, see a child reborn, a non-blood mother develop such strong feelings for her adopted child, to see everyone struggling to survive, dropping one by one. It's powerful.
翌日、赤子は息を引き取った。2人目も、3人目も、その次も。
So much sorrow and heartbreak during this episode, able to give birth finally only to see it pass.
体が動かない。水が欲しい。
So much sadness, man. It's like literally slightly giving me an upset stomach. Never had this happen.
こんなにうまいものがあるなんて。
ほら、ゆっくり。みんなにも振る舞ったさ。言っただろう。 あの子がみんなを救ってくれたんだ。
What an episode. What a horrific ending, but a brilliant one all the same. That was one of the best episodes of the entire anime so far for me. I'm blown away by that.
その必要はないぞ。
That animation quality though, so detailed and also, oh my god, what's she doing?
ベラフ。
It's very good to see this side to him, horrified by what he'd been eating, the level he'd been brought down to.
イルミウイはすでに言葉を失っていた。
やってみる？ 料理。
So very dark this anime can be. Oh, that is so incredibly sad.
それにはなぜか抗えない。故に耐え難いのだ。
Seeing him brought to this state of being, state of mind, and of course physically. Man, oh man, people weren't lying when they said this season was the darkest.
君の大切なものを奪い、生きながらえてしまった。だってこんな。
A lot of storytelling in the past is being done with these brilliant facial reactions. The noble man, as mentioned, lost his mind, unable to bear how far he'd fallen. He himself now has lost all humanity. Witnessing the rebirth of Belaf and how it actually happened.
誰にも渡さない。
そこならイルミュイと一番深くつながっていられるよ。
Massive win here for finding out how it came to be that she ended up down there, how he changed, and of course the reveal that she was inside of the little one all of that time.
あなたの最後の子供。
What an epic storyline twist that I never saw coming a mile off.
イルミュイ、あなたは何も許してはいなかったんだね。
That fury was done so well. The pain and anguish passed over from mother to daughter, as it were. Anger at everything horrible that had happened.
これはイルミュイが名前すら呼べなかった子供たち。
I genuinely cannot believe how well planned out this story was, giving a reason for everything as we know it in the present, fully explained with loving detail. I'm not sure I've seen this done so well since Attack on Titan Season 3.
自分はもうただ一つだけだよ。
One more time, maybe. That music, making for such an emotional scene. That's beautiful.
レグ、心配してるソス。
それは当然だろう。
レグ、投げるソス。
Well, that's absolutely adorable, laying on his head.
前、なでソスも惜しいけど鮮度が大事ソス。
Great time to shout out all of the excellent high-quality voice acting in this one. The cast from the movie in Season 1 never skipped a beat, and the new cast are great too. I especially enjoyed hers and the robots. I'm always so impressed by the dedication to quality even in crowds like this. So colourful and vibrant. It really is like a treat for the eyes consistently.
あなたはどうして冒険を諦めたふりをしているの？
驚いたな。
She really is great at delving into people's actions. As a main character, she's rather refreshing by not looking at the world as black and white, as so many others do, and this is a prime example of that. Also, take one here for the deep dive on why people went down there. We knew the basics, but it's good to hear more in-depth reasoning. It gives far more life to the Abyss this way too.
引きつける。行こう。安全なところに。
So many plot twists!
どうして自分を？
そりゃ君すぐ自暴自棄になるからさ。ここで見ていてよ。
I'm dropping a win here for him as a character. It would have been so easy to paint him as an obvious villain. He kinda looks the part already. But instead, he's quite complex and ultimately, love him or hate him, he's doing everything to survive and also give his and others' lives meaning, which is really intriguing. I love this attack. I've loved it since Season 1. It looks bloody fantastic with how they do it, and it's rare as well, which makes it even better. 2 max wins for that. Hot damn, that Big Daddy is tough.
すべて忘れぬために生まれたこの日を、この時を。
This great change to her voice, making it sound far more dark and foreboding.
目覚めの時来た。ナナジ、来たのだ。
Take a final win here for the change to the ED music, a very sad tint to it, but a gorgeous sounding song.
君たちが好きなのだ。私とは違う君たちが。それが理由だよ。行くがよい。私はすでに君を手放している。
Ultimately, he wasn't a bad guy either. I really never expected that, and I adore how they retained some of their characteristics, such as his noble pride in the new form. That set design is godly.
見て、おいら、新しい料理覚えたんだ。見て、旅の仲間ができたんだ。
It's so sad that she's having to go through this for a second time when the first was painful enough.
もっと話していたかったな。なあ、見て、おいら、必ず見つけに行くから。必ず会いに行くから。
Yeah, they can go ahead and take 2 max wins for that. Didn't even know them, and that also hit me very hard.
向き合う時だ。覚悟を示せ。
Won't show it, but safe to say she has decimated a whole portion of the village. Gnarly. Never expected them to be fighting back. True adventurers to the end, an amazing looking animation. The transition between when they first met and now in the present during an actual battle. This is awful. I don't like seeing Reg like that. That music really adds to creating such a wholesome scene of their old interactions. Such a shame it's come to where it is now. So much pain and despair in the abyss. Oh, that's so awesome! The animation's also so awesome!
母は生かされ続けてる間、蝕まれ続けるソス。
Getting a far better understanding of why she's doing what she's doing outside of mere revenge.
戻ってきて、君の宿命に決着をつけたら、共に歩き出すんだ。そして、冒険をしよう。
Such a stupidly beautiful scene right there, so incredibly well done, and that music makes it all the better. My word, how they then handled the end of the episode, especially the abrupt end to the song. Fantastic!
お前さえいなければ。
まずい、守れ。
ファプタ自身も。
リコ、下がってろ。やるか。
Cannot tell you how happy it makes me after everything she went through down there to see them fighting so hard now to protect her. Such a sad episode, such a sad season. It's a robot I barely know, and yet it still hurts me. Oh, that was sick! That was outstanding! That gets another max 2 wins. She's back and he's helping. It's amazing and it was unexpected. I totally forgot about her too. Well done, anime! Also, her new look! Yeah, that's just an easy win. I mean, come on, that oozes style that does. That right there is definitely what I often refer to as a continuous motion shot where it doesn't cut away. Looked great.
どうか受け取ってほしい。
Amazing twist. I'd totally forgotten about his ability to share memories. This one horrifying moment when suddenly all of the protection they've had fades away in an instant. What I find unreal about this scene is even with her extreme power, the wildlife is so powerful, they can mob even her in an instant. I tell you, I've played a lot of games and read a lot of stories where places are set up to be just the worst, and it never quite feels that way. Made in Abyss set up the Abyss perfectly from day one. Again, can't show it, but the following scene perfectly demonstrated what I just wrote, as she's thrown around with ease by the wildlife. There's nothing quite like the horror of the Abyss and its denizens. In fact, I can't show much of anything coming after this, but it's beyond brutal. Take 2 wins here instead. Bless his heart, Gabu doing one more thing to try and save her life, then losing his existence. And now it comes full circle with them being kind enough to rescue her and give themselves over in order to have her be able to survive. Excellent end to episode 11, an amazing episode just filled with tension, sorrow and brutality to the extreme. What a season this has been thus far. Having been away working on a couple of different projects, it's a legit joy to return and see animation like this. Not only is the voice acting great, but it's wonderful to see the stark changes in her. I'm overjoyed, in all honesty, getting to see how these two first met. It's so adorable, and I enjoyed learning how she got given her name during this process as well. Made me feel very warm as a whole. Also take one here for the reveal that ultimately she was just shy, and that's why she didn't speak to them when she found them sleeping, but did want to help them. This whole backstory has so far done a good job of building her character. It's truly a thing of beauty how strong she is in this world. Ultimately, I found myself somewhat saddened by his demise. He wasn't a good person, but he wasn't evil either. He tried his best to help people like himself, and he did do that, at least to some degree. Honestly, it's the height of wholesome for me, getting to see these three reunited once more. This badass looking shot! Amazing song right there. Love the piano part as well, and just lovely getting to see her revisiting such a pure and genuine moment in her life. That was horrible watching her turn into a hollow, and I can't get away with showing it, but also the girl who tried so hard to save her life, giving up hers in the process. That animation though! That friggin' move right there though! I must say this studio doesn't half know how to effectively mix CGI with animation, do they?
自分を許さないことであなたとの関わりをつなぎ止めようとしていたあなたの中で最初に
Made in Abyss has some of the best music!
お前たちに役目を与えるそいつらを母の外へ逃がせ
It's an amazing thing to see her in real time have overcome all of her built up anger and hatred over the years to a point where she is able to forgive and spare them, and I for one am so happy to see that happen.
マーさん俺マーさんにごめんね作りかけ
Oh, it's so damn sweet it hurts! That's so kind!
ダメだから
大丈夫みんなが助けてくれたこと覚えてる
Take a win here for all of the many, many lost souls, a great deal of whom directly helped them during the battle and later escape. In the end, they were filled with goodness too.
だからあなたが見えただからあなたが見つけてくれたの
This can be so brutal at times. Sadly, couldn't show much as she's a mess at this stage, but definitely take one for her amazing character. So kind and brave beyond her means, living a life for someone else. It's a beautiful thing she did all of this time, really. Fantastic character, truly.
僕たちと一緒に来てくれないだろうか
約束も思い出せないレゴとソソ
それはすまない行こう僕は君と一緒に冒険に行きたい
考えておくソソ
That's just a straight up lovely scene. Such a good choice of music, high emotion, putting to bed old wounds and moving on. That felt really good deep inside.
あなたから生まれた黄金は価値というくびきから解き放たれて
Such a poetic end to the statement first mentioned during the first episode.
あんなにも眩しいのだ
Gorgeous looking shot right there. One more on the top for an outstanding season. I loved that so much, exactly to the quality of the first season in the movie, and in many ways, even better still. I very much hope you all enjoyed the video, maybe watch some more content coming up on screen soon, and of course I'll see you in the next one. Chris Harris, Ted L, Inakami Water, Manuel Morales, Marquez, Nick Wyndham, Waterkeeper, Steelers, The Ever Commander, Bird Without a Word, Blitzkyle, Brandon Kriya, Game 2000, Kieran Robinson, Comfroy, Kim Munt, Magnus, Matthew Castelline, Nathan Burr, Sean, Andy 50, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Guru, Isabel Caldera, Yor Edvinson, Yor Nashal, Jordan Samuels, Java 6263, Kelnock, Kepan, Kevin Melter, Benito, Denise Cruz, Matthew Blanchett, Matt the Marshmallow, 1928, Sentimento, Storm 970, The Elder Taylor Wars.